Okay, we're going to just continue with this guy for a moment. So if we remember right, he says hello, and the crab says something back. How are you? And the cat says, great, thanks. And so I'm going to go ahead and continue with this from now. And so now we're on the cat, and the cat says, great, thanks. So I want to continue the script from here. So I'm going to take an event here, and I'm going to say, great, thanks. And I'm also going to say, you ready? I'm going to say, great, thanks. And then I'm going to say, I can spell my name. Maybe an exclamation point because he's excited about it. And then he's going to go ahead and spell CAT. So we're going to do this part, and I'm going to also show you how to time this up. So I'm going to just do a capital C, and then I'm going to broadcast, and this won't do a thing as far as writing on the screen. You guys got to remember that. So I'm going to broadcast new message, and this is going to be message capital C. All right. And then, actually, I'm going to do it in front of it. And then I'm going to broadcast another message, and this one will be called broadcast new message, and I'm just going to call it capital A. Say okay. And then I'm going to say A. And then I'm going to broadcast one more message, and I'm going to broadcast a message called T. Now again, these won't print on the screen. If I want it to print on the screen, I have to go to the looks menu and I have to say T for 2 seconds. Okay. Now all the cat will do right now is say I can spell my name because this broadcast CAT is not hooked up to anything. All right. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down in the sprite menu and I'm going to grab a C and an A and a T all the way from the bottom. I guess I could just grab this, or I could go over this and hit letters. So I'm going to grab a C and say okay, and that's going to be a new sprite that I'm going to use, and I'm going to put it down here, and I'm going to grab from the sprite menu, and again I'm going to use the little letters guy here. I'm going to grab an A, and I'm going to say okay, and I'm going to put that dude right here on the bench too. And last but not least, we're going to go down and we're going to grab our T from our letters, and we're going to say okay. All right, and again, I'm going to put that right down on the bench like he's spelling it out. And now all three of these are going to have some of the same code in there. So I'm going to say when Sprite is clicked, what they're going to do first is they're going to hide. All right. And then when they receive the correct thing, then they're going to show. So I'm going to go to events and I'm going to say when I receive, and this is the T. So when he receives T, he's going to show. Now, since this is all pretty similar stuff, I'll show you a way we can do this. If I take this and drop that where the A is, and if I take this and drop this where the C is, and even if I take these and drop this where the A is, and I take this other little command and drop this where the C is, you'll notice when I open these up, I have these two in here. So since this is C, I just got to say when I receive C to show, and I got to go to this one and say, since this is the A, I got to say when I receive A to show. And so now if we run the program, you'll see that he says hello. And he says, hello, cat, how are you? And he, of course, says, great, thanks. And he brags, I can spell my name. And then he starts spelling it, C. And the C shows up, A. And the A shows up, T. And the T shows up. And if we want to, we can finish this up, say, after I receive T, he shows. And then perhaps he can broadcast one more, perhaps. Let's go broadcast, I'm done. Whoops. Broadcast new message that just says he's done. And we'll have the crab when the cat says he's done. Let's go over and code on the crab. We'll say when I receive done, which again won't show on the screen. He will just go to this and he'll say, well, that's terrific or something. He'll say terrific, exclamation mark. All right. So hello, crab says, hey cat, how are you, man? Cat says, great, thanks. He says, I can spell my name. And he spells it out and the words cat show up. And when he's done, the lobster says, that's terrific. All right, so that's good enough for today to reinforce, broadcast, and receive. Thanks.